Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Gunpla Re-Review. I'm Spicy Bill and today we'll be looking at some mobile suits from Zeta Gundam. So, on the left we have the Rick DS and on the right obviously we have the Dijeh. Believe it or not, the Dijeh actually evolved from the Rick DS. It's basically it was built based on the Rick DS. I know when you're looking at these two kits, you can't really tell how the heck did something like this become something like this. The proportions really off with the older kits like the Rick DS. Obviously, they decided to revive the Rick DS in 2019, I guess. The proportion will be closer to the DJ. So yeah, this thing is just a little bit too chunky. But anyway, the technology from the Rick DS ended up going into the DJ. So yeah, there's also a special version of the DJ called the Rick DJ. And Rick, I don't know why they use the word Rick, but Rick is basically a space type. So anytime you have a Rick Dom, a Rick DJ, Rick DS, basically just means it's used for space use or something like that. So anyway, obviously right here we have the Rick DS mass production type, and this suit is being used by the AUG, and Karaba here is their Earth's sister branch of the AUG. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Obviously, these two always have these. I guess Karaba just really obsessed with using these clay bazookas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not a big fan of these clay bazookas. Basically, they just fire like adhesive rounds that mobilizes mobile suit. And later on, they were designed to use, actual ammunition. Oh, well, they can use actual ammunition. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Rick DS. I think I reviewed this kit in early 2018. So yeah, I mean, look at the weapon. The weapon on this kit is just really, really funky. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of these guns, to be honest with you. They look kind of silly to me. Yeah, they're supposed to be beam rifles, but whatever. And since these are older kits, they have these trigger finger function, which I'm really not a big fan of either. So yeah, the articulation is very limited. We have these binders on the back. You do have to paint in like a lot of the details in order for it to look cool. Painted the power cable here. There's also one very cool gimmick. You can open this up right here. There's a Vulcan in here. You can see that. Yeah, so this is a special feature right there, like behind the mono eye. And yeah, the head, basically, it's not even on the ball joint, it's on the straight peg, so you can rotate it left and right. And you do have the butterfly function right here, which is very nice. Consider how old this kit is. I think this is made in 2002 or 2001, so it's very old. Yeah, I put a ton of Anaheim Electronics decal on here. So yeah, the shoulder armor can move. We have, let's see, well, the shoulder can rotate 360, and then there's also another separate joint, so the arm can go perpendicular. Obviously, just single bent elbow, bicep swivel, and a ball joint for the wrist. Now, you do have to paint this part too in order for it to be accurate. So, yeah. Okay, and like I said, the articulation is very limited. We have the ball joint to the polycap. So if you lift up the front skirt, actually you can separate the front skirt. It's actually two separate pieces, so that's actually pretty nice. But yeah, you can see the knee can't even bend more than 90. This is not even 90 degrees, to be honest. Obviously no slide cut, just the ball joints. Can't move the side skirt. Well, yeah, you can't really do anything with the side skirt. You can't just go up like that. That's it. The feet's obviously on the ball joint, polycap, so you can rotate that. Not much you can do in terms of articulation. The Rig DS is actually pretty popular in the Zeta Gundam anime. I mean, it took on a lot of, it fought a lot of people. You can see the Bylon actually took out one of the pilots. What was it, the Bylon or the Gathly? Yeah, this thing just constantly gets like annihilated by, you know, the Titan forces. Oh, before I forget, there's also a beam saber. Beam saber hilt in here. So there's that. Let's go ahead and get that out real quick. So we have a beam saber hilt, so you can actually wield beam saber. That's right, I need to go get a beam saber effect on this thing. And the weapon can be, these beam rifles can be stored right here on the backpack. Same with the beam bazooka, the clay bazooka. The clay bazooka can rest right here on the backpack as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Rig DS. Really not much to talk about here. And I just talked about this guy recently, so I'm just gonna, you know, take a look at that. You can see like, it's really, I guess, general, like, you know, maybe like if this thing was like better proportion, you can see, you know, how the design carry over from the Rig DS to the Dijeh. But yeah, it's really, really difficult to see, especially with this, the difference in the head size. Yeah, they should probably make the Rig DS head a little bit smaller. But anyway, this is a very incredible kit. Basically, it's a very modern kit. Obviously, it's 2019. We have the part of the Gundam Evolution project, so you have all kind of cool articulation that you can do with this kit. Obviously, it's highly underrated because not many people know about what the Dijeh is. It's just a specially made mobile suit based on the Rig DS for Amuro. Yeah, this is actually a prototype, so this is only one of a kind. Later on, they did make a mass production version, but it's not very popular. And you also get to see a version of the Dijeh in Gundam Narrative, where they just took out a whole bunch of Jagans, yeah, Jagans and Jestas, I think. So this thing is still can hold its own against you know, more late UC grunt suits. So yeah, it's very, very cool. All right, what else is there to talk about? Well, you know, the original design of the Rig DS, it traces heritage all the way back to the Gelgoog and the Galbaldy. So yeah, you can see that basically, you know, it's if you can see a lot of the design, maybe just the weapon, go back to his one of his ancestors as the Gelgoog. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.